that's ever been. And when they ask who to point the finger at, we're all gonna point to him. Look there. Olivet, can you explain to any one of us what are you doing? Kevin Owens was supposed to take the title off of Punk. You had one job, and like a cheap speaker, when you crank the volume all the way up, you blew it! And now I'm sitting here like an idiot because I already knew it. But look at the bright side though. Triple H gave Kevin Owens a whole new meaning of his acronym. Why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Well, they call him KO, right? Well, that's perfect because it seems like he got killed off! Man, I can't believe the level of incompetence from the Fed. This was literally the perfect time to get the belt off of Punk and have a fresh start with some new stories to tell. But instead, they decided to tell the same exact story they've been telling for 12 years. And before that, another 8 on the Indies. We literally been telling this story for over 20 years. Calling it redundant at this point will be an understatement. I heard Triple H was doing long-term storytelling, but this is a whole new level. This is lifetime storytelling. Now, we all know Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn usually cook when they're together, so maybe it would have worked if we literally didn't just do Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn hating each other last year. Remember the Elimination Chamber? They just had the unsanctioned match. Out of all of the fresh feuds Kevin Owens could have got involved in, we run back the same old slop. I'm sick of this. And if that wasn't bad enough, Sami Zayn is currently dealing with a legitimate fractured hand, and depending on the severity, he could be out from anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks. Why is WWE starting another storyline with him when there's a good chance we won't see the man wrestle in over a month? You're basically asking fans to get invested in a feud that really can't get no progress inside the ring anytime soon. Instead of letting Sami Zayn heal and bringing him back where he could actually wrestle, WWE is already putting him right back in the middle of another championship storyline. Give me a break. CM Punk title reign has been boring people to death. This dude does nothing but come in the middle of the ring, cut the same promo over and over and over and over and over again. For the life of me, I don't understand why WWE doesn't make Punk a full-blown heel. He would be 100 times more entertaining. In his match with Kevin Owens, he leaned into being a heel a little bit. He got booed by the Canadian crowd and he embraced it. He came out with the Jason mask. He was talking crap about Canada hockey teams. This was hard, man. This was the perfect opportunity to start planting the seeds for a heel turn, but I guess not. I said this a long time ago, y'all. Put this dude in a suit and give me corporate Punk. Have him start doing bidding for TKO and other executives, especially with all of the talk about Punk being annoyed with fans sometimes. You could really actually blur the lines between what's real and what's part of the storyline. Y'all remember The Rock back in the day when he joined the corporation? We got corporate Rock with the silk suit, the glasses, the championship. Dog, this was fire. You can get so much material out of the hypocrisy of CM Punk becoming everything he used to claim he hated, but I don't think we're gonna get the heel Punk because TKO cares more about what works financially right now instead of what could work long term. They see Punk selling merchandise and they probably don't want to take the risk of messing with that formula, but they're missing the bigger picture. A great heel run could make Punk even a bigger character and eventually make him a bigger baby face when he comes back to being one. That's the problem with WWE under TKO. These idiots are making too many decisions around immediate business instead of what works best for wrestling television. And yesterday was the perfect example of the stupidity going on in this company. Oh my God. For whatever reason, TKO and WWE have a hard time understanding that throwing celebrities into wrestling storylines doesn't automatically make wrestling fans care. So on Crackdown, Baron Corbin and Lil Yachty had a back and forth. Yachty winds up beating Corbin up with a kendo stick. Then Corbin challenges him to a match at Sunday's Night Lame event and said if Yachty can last 5 minutes with him, Trick gets another shot at the US title, dog. I cannot believe we're finally about to get a Sunday Night's Lame event worth watching, and they turn around and add this slap. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Lil Yachty somehow lasts 5 minutes with Baron Corbin, what does that say about Corbin? You're telling me a musician with basically no professional wrestling experience could step into the ring with your US championship and survive 5 minutes? This is a joke. That will bury Baron Corbin again and destroy whatever credibility he was trying to build. And here's what makes it even crazier. People like Blake Monroe, Mike Santana, Zilla Fatu, and plenty of others have to go through NXT, learn WWE system, and prove themselves before they get an opportunity on the main roster. But if you're a celebrity, forget developmental. You just get bumped straight to the main roster and you get a match on a PLE level event. This is insane. WWE keep telling his own wrestlers they have to own opportunities. Then somebody famous walks through the door and they get to skip the entire line. This is BS! Also, what was BS was the African-American nightmare Raheem sitting here with this mean face because he has an attitude. Bro, you wouldn't hurt a fly. You're a good guy. Your heart pumps Kool-Aid. You're about as believable as a $3 bill. That's why Randy Orton was talking to you like that yesterday, man. Like he couldn't take you serious. That wasn't just wrestling talk either, Cody. That was literally, none of us take you serious. Crackdown started off with Raheem yelling at the top of his lungs to the mic, Randy Orton, come out here. I want to fight you. This dude had nothing but space and opportunity to attack Randy, but he was so frustrated that he forgot to. Then out of nowhere, Nick Aldis comes out and says, you two better not fight or you'll never get a title shot again, dog. This segment was a joke. Dog, why are we doing this whole song and dance of Cody Rhodes about to be a bad guy just for him not to be a bad guy, dog? Do you know how frustrating it is? Do you know how frustrating it is? And I'm trying to watch this show, right? I'm trying to be on the edge of my seat. Okay, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, they about to have a blood feud, but then I start to remember, what's that show called? Unreal! Where Randy Orton kicked Cody Rhodes in his eye, gave him a good black eye. Then he gets the back of a gorilla and remember, man, you good, son. It's like, dog, Unreal is killing kayfabe. You can't even have blood feuds anymore. You can't even act like you got a blood feud anymore. Next, you got the MFTs retaining the tag team championships, beating R-Truth and Damian Priest in a match that nobody cared about, really. Shout out to R-Truth, Damian Priest. They did a cool job. This was a cool tag team match. It was just click, copy, click, paste again. We just seen the match a few weeks ago. But that's how bad WWE tag team division is. They have absolutely nobody in the back to go after the MFTs. The Crackdown tag team roster is the worst it's probably been in history. You got the War Raiders, but they sent them to AAA, so they're barely on the show. You got Fraxium or Axiom, whatever they're called, but I don't even know what they're called because they're jobbing half the time and they be on main event, so I don't get to watch them. Los Garos, or I forgot their name too because they're somewhere stuck in catering, or they probably on AAA too, man. And you literally don't got nobody else. It seems Triple H does not feel like the tag team division is at any importance of the Fed, and this is sad. Instead of having two separate tag team title belts, they need to unify them so we can get more variety of matches and not the same old slop. Next, you have something that, man, we was waiting a long time for. Blake Monroe, big debut that actually wasn't a debut. Like, my My God! How long does it take to debut a WWE wrestler? First you send her to NXT, then you put her on the main roster, then she debuts in London! She debuted in London at a tape show. Then after that, you act like that didn't happen. Then she has a big debut versus Julia. In perfect time to bury Julia. What has Julia done to get buried like this? This is sad, man. Julia was walking out to the ring and Blake Monroe attacked her from behind. Started beating her up, kicking her in the face, talking crap to her. And it's just like, oh my God, Julia, every single week. First it was Lash Legend, and it's Tiffany Stratton. Dog, Julia, when the last time this woman had won a singles match? Seriously. And if that wasn't enough, man, Blake Monroe, after the match, she literally had a camera on her. She said, what, Julia gonna be my debut? I ain't doing that. Tell Chelsea Green to holla at me. Hey, Dragunov, make sure you make some space in your car for Julia, because it seems like she's on the way with you. It seems like Carmelo Hayes is going to be on the way. And who else? Oh, yeah, Jobber Gargano. He wasn't highlighted tonight, so he might be getting kicked to the curb, too. But I'm going to show you that Blake Monroe spot.
That's not my debut. I didn't wait 4 months getting called up to SmackDown, and I didn't wait 9 years to make it to the WWE to have my debut like that. I'm World Championship material. So you find Chelsea Green, you bring her to me, and then you get the glamour. Until then, get out my face.
Next, you got probably one of the most dumbest segments of all time, man. Dog, they are burying Trick Williams little by little. Baron Corbin versus Little Yachty? I don't care if it was 5 minutes or 5 seconds. Nobody wants to see this slop. And Baron Corbin, if you don't beat the brakes off a Little Yachty, and dog, if it takes anything longer than 15 seconds, congratulations. You could join Carmelo Hayes, you could join Ilya Dragunov, you could join Julia, and the rest of the car that's gonna be stuffed with wrestlers that's either gonna opt out, get released, get fired, or whatever else. The Fed is dead. This is sad. Baron Corbin versus Little Yachty wasn't in my bingo card in 2026, but why wouldn't it be? WWE has had a history of doing the dumbest booking decisions since TKO took into place, so you could get anything. Next, you got Tiffany Stratton versus Lash Legend. Now, look, y'all, I want to highlight something with Lash Legend, man, and I don't know if it's Nia Jax. I don't know who got pulled or political pull with Lash Legend, but if y'all seen, dog, Lash Legend, this is her third entrance and music this year. Now, a part of me is like, that's kind of crazy, bro. Y'all couldn't get it right the first or second time. I could kind of make jokes about that. But I'm kind of leaning towards, bro, good job, dog. Like, y'all trying to figure out what works with Lash Legend. And I think this one is the best combination, how she came out with the blurred, then then the camera cleared up, then her music came on, fire music. Dog, this seems like this is the best version of the Lash Legend theme, because y'all know that first theme was horrible, dog. Oh my God, it was so bad. The second theme was a little bit better, but sounded like some Death Rebel slop. Now, the third theme is not perfect, but I think it'll work, especially with the entrance, so shout out to y'all. She has a meaningless match with Tiffany Stratton. She beats Tiffany Stratton, of course. I don't know what we're doing with Tiffany Stratton. Seems like she might be getting buried, but who knows, man. But Lash Legend, she did a good job. Nia Jax had to come through with the leg drop to add insult to injury, so there you go, man. Then out of nowhere, you got Chelsea Green. You know, you had to put Chelsea Green out there. She's in her hometown, Canada. She came through with the kendo stick, helped out Tiffany Stratton. So let me guess, we got Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green and a tag team match that means nothing. Whatever, man. Yo, one more best friend angle. Oh my God, man. I am going to go crazy. I'm going to have to get 302'd. We had Rhea Ripley, Io Sky was best friends. Then we had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And now they had Tatum Paxley, who's best friends. And now we got Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton, who's best friends. If I wanted to watch Friends, I'll go watch the whole season of Friends. Whoever used to play in that. I didn't really watch that show, but if I wanted to watch a bunch of Friends, I would watch that show. After that, you got Kevin Owens versus Jason. Oh, that's not Jason. That's actually Punk for the WWE title. We already know, man. This was a solid match, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I hated the ending of this match, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, dog. This was a great match, man. You had Kevin Owens jumping off, doing a version of the frog splash right into the table. You know, it wouldn't be WWE if we didn't have a table spot, y'all. It wouldn't be WWE if we didn't have a ref bump, y'all. It wouldn't be WWE if we didn't have an interference, y'all. It wouldn't be WWE if we didn't have stupidity with the booking, y'all. My God, man. Why? I don't understand for the life of me why Kevin Owens couldn't just win tonight. Why does everything have to be a big event for a title change? Y'all in Toronto. 15,000 people bought a ticket to see the man win. Y'all could have ran it back or whatever. Punk title reign is boring. But they had a fire match, man. And now we get to do Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens for the millionth time. Dog, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, man. I'm gonna be real too, y'all. Punk and Kevin Owens drew a lot more than what I ever expected. I hated this storyline coming in. For me, I still to this day, I can't get invested in a somebody's mad because 20 years ago, you got screamed at backstage. You did nothing about it. 20 years later, you want to do something about it. It's like, it's a little bit too late, bud. But I'd be lying to say, man, like I was wrong on that one, man. Me personally, it's not for me, but the general consensus is definitely draw, man. And when they was about to fight, it was just something new. You see the energy when something new happens. We never seen Punk and Owens in the ring really get it on. We got a chance to see something fresh. It was just refreshing to see that, man. And they definitely delivered. It was a fire match. The ending was booked horribly. And I don't blame the wrestlers for that. They got in, they did their job. Creative is a bunch of idiots. They can't do their job. You should have had Kevin Owens win. And if Kevin Owens wasn't going to win, Punk should have went fully heel. We left this match with absolutely nothing to look forward to next week. You think anyone's looking forward to Kevin Owens coming in the ring telling Sami Zayn to come out and Sami Zayn not coming out? Now they're doing a back and forth about nothing. I could literally tell you what's going to happen next week on Crackdown. But let me know in the comments what you think about this, dog. If this main event would have cooked, I would have put everything over, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm dying. My dream is to be on WWE radio, y'all. I know the more and more I talk crap about WWE, the further and further of me obtaining that goal is just not gonna happen. But it's like WWE is giving me nothing to work with. You're giving me nothing to talk good about, bro. But I'm going to holler at y'all in the comments, man. And if I don't do a random live this weekend, I'm going to holler at y'all on Monday after Raw on Netflix. And I have no hope for that show. So I'm just over it. I'm just over this company. I'll holler at y'all, man. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Ah!